The spaceship, a wounded bird of steel, pierced through the emerald atmosphere, its hull groaning under the strain. The once proud vessel now struggled against the forces of nature, its descent a chaotic ballet of fire and metal. Flames licked at its underbelly, a fiery reminder of the perilous journey. The heat was intense, almost unbearable, as the ship plummeted towards the unknown. Dr. Evan Taylor, his heart pounding like a drum, braced for impact. Every muscle in his body tensed, his mind racing with thoughts of survival and the unknown world awaiting him. The world outside his viewport was a blinding green, an overwhelming hue that filled his vision. Then, silence, a deafening, eerie silence that followed the chaos. He had crash-landed on an alien world, a place both beautiful and terrifying in its unfamiliarity.
Ugh! Where am I? His voice was weak, barely a whisper, as he tried to make sense of his surroundings.
Evan, dazed but alive, kicked open the crumpled hatch of his escape pod. The effort took all his remaining strength, but he knew he had to get out. He gazed upon a landscape unlike any he had ever seen. The vibrant greens and strange flora were both mesmerizing and intimidating. Giant, luminous ferns swayed gently in the breeze, their glow casting an otherworldly light on everything around him. Trees with trunks like polished jade reached for the sky, their leaves rustling softly in the alien wind. And everywhere, a soft, ethereal green light pulsed and shimmered, creating a surreal, dreamlike atmosphere. He had travelled light years, searching for life beyond the stars. The journey had been long and arduous, filled with both hope and despair. He had dreamt of discovering new worlds, of finding places that no human had ever seen before. This was his dream, his mission. Now, standing on this vibrant, verdant planet, he felt a sense of awe and wonder, but danger lurked. The beauty of the place was deceptive, hiding potential threats. He was alone, injured and stranded in an alien paradise. The realization hit him hard. A mix of fear and determination surging through him. The air, surprisingly breathable, carried a sweet floral scent. It was intoxicating, disorienting, making it hard to focus. He stumbled, his vision blurring. The world around him seemed to spin, the vibrant colours blending into a dizzying swirl. He collapsed onto the mossy ground, the glow of the alien forest enveloping him. As consciousness slipped away, he wondered if he would ever wake up again. He awoke to a melody, soft and ethereal, like wind chimes dancing in the breeze. He opened his eyes to see a vision. Standing before him was a woman, her skin the colour of jade, her eyes pools of liquid gold. Her touch was gentle, her fingers tracing the lines of his face. He felt a strange warmth spread through him, soothing his pain.
Speaking in alien language.
Her voice, when she spoke, was like the tinkling of a mountain stream. She spoke in sounds he didn't understand, but her meaning was clear. She was not afraid.
My injuries?
Evan, struggling to speak, gestured to his injuries. The woman smiled, a radiant emerald glow illuminating her face. She carefully lifted him to his feet. With a grace that defied description, she led him deeper into the luminous forest. The forest floor pulsed with a soft bioluminescent light. Strange, glowing creatures darted among the ferns. Evan followed, mesmerized, as the woman led him through this alien wonderland. They arrived at a clearing bathed in the soft glow of giant, luminous fungi. The air was thick with the scent of earth and the faint hum of unseen creatures. The bioluminescent plants cast an ethereal light, creating a surreal atmosphere that felt like stepping into a dream. The woman gestured for Evan to sit. Her movements were graceful, almost otherworldly, as if she was in tune with the very essence of the forest around them. She began to chant, her voice a symphony of strange, beautiful sounds. The melody seemed to resonate with the glowing flora, making the entire clearing pulse with life. Her hands glowed with an emerald light, casting a warm, soothing glow that seemed to penetrate deep into Evan's soul. Evan watched, transfixed as she worked. He had never seen anything like this before, and he couldn't tear his eyes away from the mesmerizing scene unfolding before him. He felt a tingling sensation where her hands hovered above his wounds. It was as if the light itself was knitting his flesh back together, mending what was broken. The pain receded, replaced by a comforting warmth. It spread through his body, easing his aches and filling him with a sense of peace he hadn't felt in a long time. He watched, amazed, as his injuries began to heal before his very eyes. The cuts and bruises faded, leaving behind smooth, unblemished skin.
This is incredible. He could hardly believe what he was seeing, the miraculous transformation that had taken place.
As the last vestiges of pain faded, Evan looked at the woman with newfound wonder. Her serene expression and the gentle glow of her hands spoke volumes. Her healing touch, a mystery he couldn't comprehend, had saved him. It was a gift beyond measure, something he could never repay. He tried to speak, to thank her, but words failed him. How could he possibly convey the depth of his gratitude? How could he possibly express his gratitude in this alien tongue? The words felt inadequate, insufficient to capture the enormity of what he felt.
Smiles and points to the sky. She smiled, a knowing look in her eyes, and pointed upwards.
The woman smiled, her eyes twinkling with understanding. It was as if she could see into his heart, understanding his unspoken words. She pointed to the sky, now ablaze with 1,000 twinkling stars. The night was alive with light, a breathtaking display of nature's beauty. It was then that Evan realized they didn't need words. The shared experience, the silent understanding was enough. They had a shared language, the language of wonder, of gratitude, of the shared experience of being alive under this incredible bioluminescent sky. In that moment they were connected, not by words, but by the profound beauty of the world around them. Over the next few days, Evan learned her name was Lyra. He learned her language through gestures and expressions, through the shared silence of starlit nights. He learned of her world, this vibrant planet slowly dying.
A blight was spreading across the land, draining the life from the glowing flora.
I am the last of my kind, and I possess the gift of healing. It is a power that flows from the planet itself, a power I desperately try to use to heal the land.
Evan, the scientist, was drawn to the challenge. He wanted to understand this blight, this force that threatened to extinguish the light of this beautiful world.
I promise you, Lyra, I will help you.
Together, they ventured out from the safety of the glowing forest into the heart of the dying land. Their journey would be fraught with danger. But amidst the encroaching darkness, a spark of hope had been ignited. The spark of love blooming between two beings from different worlds. Their journey took them across bioluminescent landscapes, each more breathtaking than the last. They navigated fields of glowing moss that shimmered underfoot. They traversed canyons lit by colossal crystals that pulsed with an inner light.
As a scientist, I meticulously documented everything I saw, collected samples, took readings, trying to unravel the mysteries of this alien world.
And always by his side was Lyra. Her knowledge of this world was unparalleled. She guided him through treacherous terrains, taught him which glowing plants were safe to eat, introduced him to creatures that shimmered and pulsed with an inner light.
As we journeyed deeper, I began to see the blight's true devastation. Once vibrant landscapes were now shrouded in darkness, the glowing flora withered and died.
A sense of urgency grew in his heart. They had to save this planet for Lyra, for the memory of the luminescent beauty he'd witnessed. Their journey wasn't without its perils and challenges. They faced ferocious predators with eyes that burned like embers, navigated treacherous landscapes that shifted and glowed underfoot. Through it all, their bond deepened and grew stronger.
I, used to the cold logic of science, found myself drawn to Lyra's warmth, her compassion. I found solace in her quiet strength, her unwavering belief in our mission and purpose.
And I found hope in Evan's determination, his unwavering belief in me and our future.
One night, huddled together for warmth as bioluminescent storms raged around them, Evan confessed his love for Lyra. His words, though simple, transcended the barriers of language and culture.
Evan, I love you too.
In that moment, surrounded by the dying light of her world, their love for each other burned bright, a beacon of hope in the encroaching darkness. They finally reached the source of the blight, a crashed spaceship half buried in the once luminous soil. The sight was both awe-inspiring and tragic, a stark reminder of the fragility of their world and the destructive potential of advanced technology. It was leaking a black viscous fluid that was poisoning the planet. The once vibrant flora around it had withered, and the air was thick with a toxic haze. The planet's lifeblood was being drained, and the source was unmistakable.
I realized with a sickening feeling it was technology from my own world, from my own people, that was destroying Lyra's. The guilt was overwhelming, knowing that my own kind had brought this devastation upon a world so pure and beautiful.
Grief threatened to consume him, but Lyra's touch brought him back. Her presence was a balm to his tormented soul, a reminder that there was still hope, still a chance to make things right. Her eyes, though filled with sadness, held a glimmer of hope. It was this hope that fueled their determination, a beacon guiding them through the darkness of despair.
We have found the source. Now we can find a way to stop it. Together, we can harness our strengths and knowledge to combat this blight. We must believe in our ability to overcome this challenge.
Working together, Evan with his advanced technology and Lyra with her innate connection to the planet, they managed to contain the spreading blight. Their combined efforts created a synergy that neither could achieve alone. It was a temporary solution, but it would buy them time. Time to devise a more permanent fix, time to understand the full extent of the damage and how to reverse it. Time to find a way to heal the planet, time to ensure their love wouldn't be in vain. Their resolve was unshakable, their bond stronger than ever as they faced the monumental task ahead.
As we looked upon the contained blight, a wave of exhaustion washed over us. The battle had been long and arduous, but we had made a significant step forward, but even in our fatigue, a sense of accomplishment warmed us. We had faced the darkness and emerged with a glimmer of hope, a testament to our resilience and love.
They had faced impossible odds and come out stronger, their love a beacon in the darkness. Together they would continue to fight for a future where their love could flourish, a future where the stars would once again shine brightly over a healed world.